What do you mean you don't give head? What does that even mean? Hey guys,
Welcome back to my channel.
Fuck it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ella Rose. Ella Rose. I don't know what that was. It's just me. Hi, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Alright guys, as you can see from the beginning of this video, we're gonna be talking about why these people be not giving head out here. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, full disclosure,
You need to be 18 years or older to watch this video because I do not want YouTube kicking me off. Thank you.
so yeah, anyways, we're gonna be having some freaky licky time talk, some freaky dicky time talk, and we're gonna be talking about, you know, people who don't give head, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is us talking about people who don't give head and how to kind of deal with that, especially if it's somebody you are trying to be in a relationship with. Let's talk about it. So basically the question is, should you go without head if you're in a relationship? Should you go without it if your partner doesn't give it, or doesn't believe in giving it, or doesn't like to give it? Is this something that you should just accept and be like, okay, cool? That's what we're gonna be talking about. So I have, you know, obviously it's not for everybody, and that's perfectly fine. Not every woman gives head, not every man gives head, and that's okay. Like, everybody has their preference. I always said, don't feel ashamed of what your preferences are, what your turn on and turn offs are.
Is that camera crooked? Is it crooked or is that just me?
Okay. Again, never feel ashamed about what your sexuality is, what you like sexually. Again, never feel that sex to me is like a safe place. You could do whatever you want, whatever you like, and it should be good. You just need to find somebody that's also compatible in what you like, so you fit like a puzzle and not, you know what I'm saying? I think the first thing to do when you find yourself in a situation where you want head and maybe the person that you're with or just started dating, they don't give head, you know, I think the first thing to do is definitely to have a conversation about it. You have to talk about it. You have to see kind of where they're coming from. They have to see where you're coming from. Because if not, if you just kind of like let it go, either you're going to be like weird or they're going to be weird about it. And there's no need to be weird about it. Again, this is an open space. Everybody's allowed to like whatever they like. So I think the first thing to definitely start with is a conversation. Kind of see where they're at with it. And with the conversation, you can kind of gauge where they're at with it. Is it something that they've just never tried before, so they don't feel comfortable doing it? Or is it something that they have tried before and they are just not with it? Because, you know, there's a big difference. Whether it's something I've never tried and it's like, okay, maybe with the right person I would try it. Or something I've done it and I'm like, oh, nope, that's not for me and I'm not doing it again, okay? So you have to kind of see where they are with the conversation. Then you can kind of move forward with that. Once you have the conversation and you kind of see where they're at, if it's something that they decide that it's something that they're never gonna do, then you have to then decide how you're gonna move forward in the relationship. Whether it's something that you can live without, then that's fine. If that's something that you don't need and you can be happy and you have found other sexual activities and pleasures that work just fine for you, and you are satisfied as well as they're satisfied, then everything is cool. There's nothing that you have to live with and live without. This is, again, completely up to you, but you do have to make the decision after the conversation on what you think is gonna be best for you and the relationship, you know? So if you do decide to stay in the relationship and they don't give head, again, 100% fine. But now we kind of have to talk about open yourself up to other sexual experiences. Sex is I don't want to say it's complicated, but there's a very wide, the word is very big. Sex is not just You know, there's so much more. There's you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that you could do with sex. It's not just one in and out kind of thing. It's not just, that's very boring. There's a lot more that goes with it. And head is just one thing. So definitely if you guys have an open conversation and you guys are comfortable with each other, which you should be if you're in a relationship, then I think this is what makes it fun. You know, you can try and have fun with a bunch of different activities, a bunch of different places, a bunch of different things that maybe other things that you would like to try and have never tried before. And you could, in a way, substitute that one thing that maybe you were just used to before, and kind of maybe even open yourself up to new experiences that you've never had before. They can probably show you new things. You could probably show them new things. And this doesn't have to be as big of an issue as it may sound in the beginning, because I understand. Like, for me, I've had an experience where I was kind of like, wait, what? Like, wait, what? But no, it's perfectly fine. You can be 100% satisfied still, even if some things that maybe you were used to, you're not getting anymore. It just depends on you and where you're at in the situation. It really just, every situation is going to be different. These are just kind of some tips to kind of get over that hump if you want to. If not, leave, sis. But also, in another aspect, like if it's not just them not wanting to give head because it's something that they don't want to do or that they don't like doing, if it's something in a situation where maybe they just don't want to do it with you, then we have a bigger problem, sis. Like, excuse me? Then this might be more of a chemistry thing. You guys might not have as much chemistry or bond as maybe you thought. And it's not kind of like he's not that into you or she's not that into you kind of thing. I'm not saying it like that. But again, this goes with the conversation. You kind of have to gauge where they're at with it. Whether it's something they've never tried, something they don't want to do, or maybe something that they just won't do with you. And that's not to be rude at all. It's not to be rude at all. You just have to figure out where this person is, if this is something that's important to you. So if it ends up being that where they just might not be willing to do it with you, that's good to know as early as possible, because then to me that's like wasting your time. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? So I could be used for all these other things but not for that? Or I could do it to you but you won't do it to me? That's weird. And again, it's only if the chemistry is off. Like if they're not gonna do it but they allow you to do it to them, but it's because of another reason. Again, that's something you have to talk about. But right now we're just talking about chemistry wise. Like they're willing to do it and they've done it and they are gonna do it with other people. They're just not doing it with you. That's when we have an issue. All the other things, they're not issues. It's just something we can talk about. This is an issue. This is a problem, okay? So yeah, if it's like that, if the chemistry is just off or you find out it's just that something y'all don't have and it's not clicking between, then I would just let that go. This decision is completely up to you, but my advice would be to kind of just cut that off. Okay, but again, this all starts with a conversation. So if you find out that the person you are dating or someone you want to start a relationship with does not give head, you have to, 1, start with the conversation. 2, identify what their reason is. And again, we talked about the 3 reasons: whether they've done it and they don't like it and they won't do it again, whether they've never done it and they've just never tried it, and then you guys can go ahead and do that together. Or 3, maybe the chemistry's off and they're just not into doing it with you. And then after that, you just decide what you want to do to move forward. Whether you want to open them up and maybe help them learn and try, to accept that they don't like doing it and just kind of live with it and maybe find other ways to substitute and have more pleasures and activities and fun things that you guys can try together. Or 3, cut them the off, because if you not giving it to me and you don't like me like that, why are we together at all? Because that's not how this is gonna go, okay? So yes, that is it. That is all I have to say. I hate when I get distracted with the cars. That is all that I have to say about this video. If you guys want to have any kind of open dialogue about it, kind of talk about it more in detail, or if it's something that you've been through or something that you want to talk about because you're going through it right now, comment down below, or you can hit me up on any of my other social medias. I have TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Everything's going to be down below. Some I use more than others, but I will check them all because I literally live on my phone. But thank you so much. If you like this video, like, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and share this video. You never know who needs to hear or who is going through this, okay? So we trying to help everybody, okay? You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much. I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.